Welcome, welcome, everybody. And on today's show, we are going to be breaking down. It's the 10th anniversary of Star's hit show Power, and the rumors are swirling left and right if Ghost, Amari Hartwood, is going to come back. And I'll tell you why I think that this is a dead ringer he's coming back. We'll discuss that. Blade, the MCU's version, is going through another set of rewrites. Is that good or bad? Is that a good sign or a bad sign? We'll break that down. Bad Boys 4 drops next week. We're all excited, and the reviews have come out, and man, that shit is hot. And last but not least, Donald Trump and his Stormy Daniels trial in New York. The hearing is over. It's in the jury's hands. Will he get time? I'll let you know how I feel. All that and so much more starts on the Lamont Tyson Life Gain Show right now.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that full. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back for another live. You in the building with y'all knowing off, loving off, feeling off, seeing all powerful. Just damn all everything. Sexy as hell host. And guess what? I'm not alone. I'm singing Michael Jackson. You are not alone. I got the Hammer in the building, ladies and gentlemen. What's going on, Hammer?
What's up, Lamont?
Kate, call it. Kate, call it. We're happy to be here to entertain you all. Please be sure. We always have to remind people because sometimes y'all let our videos run, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to go download the podcast. Follow me on Instagram. I got a Twitter. I got a fledgling TikTok. But more importantly, folks, I have a store, a Shop Life Gain store that has all kinds of merch in there. Stuff that supports Jasmine Crockett, stuff that supports the plight African Americans have gone through. And if you want to get some gear from some of the scripts I'm writing, I've got that in there too. I'll show you some examples in just a second. Let me turn this over to Moochie. Moochie.
Yes.
A lot of fans are making a lot of claims about James Ghost St. Patrick, Amari Hartwood. Is he coming back or is he not coming back? And there's a lot of stuff has been thrown on the web, Moochie, about whether.
Oh yeah, I've been seeing it. I've been laying low though.
So Moochie, let's break it down. Let's see some of the stuff that's going on in anticipation of this big 10-year reunion of the Power franchise and some of the things going on. So take a look at this real quick.
We have reached a truly epic milestone here.
It's Power 10-year anniversary.
Shout out to the fans.
We are nothing without you.
So, Moochie, they got that going on. And they also have this going on, Moochie, that I sent you a link so that you can go. Mm-hmm. Anyone that's a fan of Power, you can go on the website right now. The link is in my video description for the New York Takeover, premiering June 6th. Then they've got Power Times Ghost Immersive Fan Experience on June 7th through the 8th. The link is in my video description. All this leading up has had me thinking about this, Moochie, Amari and the things he's been saying. So I got one more video for you, Moochie. Then we'll talk about where we think it's going to go. But before we do that, I got to let y'all check out a sponsor of the channel. It's me. Check out shoplifegains.com. That is the official online store for Lamont Tyson's and the Life Gains brand. We have several products in here. First and foremost, we have our Life Gains featured collection, where we've got everybody's favorite B to the 6 Power repping Jasmine Crockett bleach blonde bad built butch body. You can check that out by clicking into Life Gains featured content. And you can also go to our link that says Being Black in America, where we've got a whole lot of things. We got the Black Justice t-shirt. That's a film that I'm writing that's going to soon be coming out. And we've also got the film that's in
festivals right now that I'm a part of. It's called Brand New, and you can rep and help represent the brand by getting that shirt. And last but not least, let us not forget shirts that we came out with last week. The opposite of poverty is not wealth. The opposite of poverty is justice. That shirt is brand new. And we've also got this one right here. The revolution will be televised, featuring our girl Jasmine Crockett and a whole host of other Black events that have shaped Black America over the last 12 months. Be sure to go.
Ghost didn't get to die with anybody. Ghost died alone.
He did.
That nigga died on the floor. Old floor.
Son killed him.
That nigga's son, which hurt.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's not good.
That's not good. That's not good.
Because that's not a statement that we should make to the Black community.
Yeah, yeah.
Or other communities.
Did you tell Courtney that when?
Absolutely. My only issue with that. Had no issue with him dying.
Yeah.
I had an issue with the way the story started going. Because that's not the way the story started.
Yeah.
It started making him an anti-hero. He was originally the anti-hero's hero. He was an anti-hero hero.
Yeah, yeah.
He started becoming not heroic.
Yeah.
Which, that wasn't what I signed up for. It took a direction that I wasn't too keen on. Yeah. And many of the fans obviously have spoken as to not be too keen on him. But he was the parent who actually was trying to be a great parent.
He was trying to be a great parent.
So you don't have him shot.
Yeah.
You don't have Naturi's character shot.
True.
You have no one shot by a child in the show.
Yeah.
That one got me. That one got me as Omari.
Yeah.
That one got me as Omari.
That was tough.
Because it's me.
Yeah.
You got me here speaking to young kids. I'm supposed to embrace? Nah, bro. That one got me.
That was tough.
I had no problem with Ghost being off the board. The way he was taken off. Crazy.
Wow. So Moochie, if he was unsatisfied with the way Ghost was taken off the board, it only means to me you got to come back and fix it. And then pictures like this have surfaced, but I think that this is old. Moochie, look at how young Michael Rainey Jr. looks in this picture, but it surfaced on a couple of groups trying to say that he's coming back and all that. But I don't need that to support the fact that he's coming back, Moochie, because here's the thought process about my main man coming back. One thought has been he's going to come back in this series sometime maybe around when they take their mid-season break or at the very end. And the other thought, Moochie, has been that he's going to come back when they do the prequel series to how him and Tommy got involved in the whole organization in the beginning. So having said all those things, Moochie, which way do you go with Omari coming back as Ghost?
If they do the prequel, then I guess we're gonna see him narrating.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Because this picture is like, the picture looks kind of old. I'm looking at the clothes and all of that. I'm looking at Tariq's Michael Rainey Jr.'s clothes. So this could be an old clip.
Yeah, this picture is old, Mooch. I don't. This picture has nothing to do with him coming back. However, his ass is coming back, Moochie. And you know good and darn well he's gonna be at this celebration. I mean, like, and the fact that he's gonna be at this celebration, they can try to play it up as though he's not coming back, because anyone who has been a part of the entire series is gonna show up at this thing. But I think the kicker to all that is, Moochie, he is coming back. It's just a matter of where are they going to put him? Where is he going to come back at? How is he going to come back? What stage is he going to come back? And with you being a scripty, Moochie, how would you institute Ghost back into the story? Because a lot of people are saying it would be cheesy to bring him back. And you know what, Moochie? I can understand where they're coming from. But I think that Starz has made the bet that him coming back would bring subscribers back to the franchise that left. What say you?
I do believe that's a possibility. I was looking for this picture where I think that's his tattoo in that Fight Club scene with him and Kane. And I don't think he's not in the States. I think I've been saying this. I'm gonna stay 10 toes with it too. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll take the L. But I feel like that picture with that Fight Club thing. I'm looking for it now, LAMONT.
Yeah, take your time.
He's gonna come back like that, and that's gonna be the cliffhanger for episode whatever it is when they take that break from June, because it comes on in June. From so August, the whole month of August is not gonna be on for that whole month. That's when it's gonna that's when we gonna see him.
Now, see,
that's what my wishful thinking. I'll say it like that.
We get down the same way, Moochie. Me and you get down the same way. And audience, we want to know how y'all get down. I personally feel like they are going to give us a cliffhanger that has something to do with Ghost at that mid-season pause, which I hate that shit, y'all. Just trust me. I hate when shows want to take a full pause in the middle of a scene. That just irks my nerve, and there's no place for that. But anyway, I do believe, and this is the first time Power has done this, that in that mid-season final episode is when Ghost, if he doesn't pop up, they're going to show something that makes us think he's alive. Like they'll go to the grave site, pull up the grave, and there's no body in it. Or anything to elude that we need to be staying on our toes following that break. And before we go further, folks, let us bring in another one of your favorites.
I put
the
it
hometown A is in the building.
Hey, Momo.
Hi. I'm back. What's up? Hi, everybody.
All right. Hey, what happens where you went stays where you went. We don't need to know nothing.
I don't need to know nothing. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
I hope you have fun.
We do too.
Something like that.
So you come in with us talking about Ghost, and I sent in the private chat for anybody that wants to go. They're having the NYC Takeover Fans Immersive Experience. We all know Amari's going to be there. Everybody who's been on Power is going to be there. Now, Monique Nicole, are you going to travel up there?
No, I wish I knew about this sooner. I would have definitely. God, that's next week.
Next week.
I mean, I got people in New York. Let me see what I can finesse. Hey.
Well, when you look, your people in New York is sitting right above you, named Moochie.
I'm going Saturday. I can't go to the one on the 6th. That's my nephew's graduation.
Yeah. I don't know.
I can't go to that. I'll go to the fan experience. I wanted to make it for the other thing, but I can't.
And they just dropped this like the last 24 hours?
Yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, yesterday.
Okay.
So fans, if you're watching this prior, the link is in my video description if you want to go check it out. And Mo, we're just shooting the breeze about how they could bring in Ghost, and Moochie has always got the best picture showing how things pop up. So Moochie, fill her in on what we're watching.
I already know.
Now, this was, I think he's going to be in London. I think he been watching Tariq. Come on, who writes a letter saying, I knew, little nigga, you was going to end up here? Come on now. Stop pulling my leg. I'm telling you this. I saw this. I'm telling you this is him.
Moochie, sis, I support you, and you be right a lot of times, but I don't think this is him in this.
Okay, so if it's not him, it's his brother. So I'll just say that. Y'all thinking he not coming back. They already said he coming back.
No, I know he coming back. You and I have talked offline. I know he coming back. I don't agree with in this scene. Not at all. This is just a basic scene of Kane having a Fight Club moment.
I'm looking at the tattoo.
I know, but we gotta
look at the tattoo on him.
We gotta let that go, though. We gotta let that go. That's not Ghost. We can bet money. You want to bet some money offline? That's not Ghost, though.
Now, Moochie,
he coming back. I'm with you.
He's coming back. He coming back.
I just don't think in this scene that's not Ghost. No.
So yeah, you
don't think it's him either?
Not in the scene.
I'm looking at the back of the head. I'm looking at that. If it ain't him, it's his brother playing coy.
Yeah,
like how they do stuff where, oh man, I thought it was him, like that.
And you know what, Moochie, they could do that just because the way they filmed the angles and all. They could make up a story and say that was him and he was there all along if they wanted to, because this character does resemble him so much. So they could say that if they wanted to. And Monique Nicole, this has been passing around the internet as evidence he's coming back. But this picture looks mighty old to me.
Thank you.
Tariq looks like he's barely 18 years old right here. This looks mighty
That
old.
looked like the last season he was there.
Yeah, this
exactly.
is years ago. That's old.
Exactly.
And like I told y'all, you know, we've talked, y'all know, I think I've already shared on your platform and my platform. Like, I already know he coming back. I feel it. I'm with Moochie. Everybody say we crazy. We got to let it go. I've been saying it. The issue I have with production and the behind the scenes, and I stand, this is my opinion, I stand on it. I prefer the element of surprise. I feel like for Ghost to come back, there should have been no inkling of him coming back. It should have been a straight gut punching, jaw dropping moment. I despise the fact that there's articles, and again, I know I work in that space. I know it was a somewhat credible source. I still don't agree with that move. I feel like for Ghost to come back after all this time and all the controversy behind, I just feel like it should be a gut punching, jaw dropping moment. Even if there's speculation, don't put it out there. Similar, I'm not saying they're on the same level. I'm just saying element of surprise. Raising Kanan. Of course, half of us were torn between a Unique coming back. We knew it was possible, but what do? They made sure in the media to dead it. They made sure to not, you see, he had a whole TMZ interview where he was like, yeah, you know, it's been real. You know, I'm back on tour. Element of surprise. That's my issue. That's my only gripe with this shit, because I wanted me and Moochie and you, Lamont, on that fucking finale.
You said I was lying about
Unique. Hold on. We told
you
y'all.
Said I was lying about Unique, though.
Who?
Not lying. You said I was wrong about Unique too.
No, I didn't.
A couple of people did. A couple of people did.
It wasn't Mo.
It was not me. A couple of people. I don't think it was. Well,
it wasn't Mo.
I just know people were saying that. I was bugging out. Give it a rest. You don't know what you're talking about. I was wrong about that, though. I was wrong about that. I'll probably be wrong. I was wrong about that, which I was right, and I'm probably wrong about this too.
But that's why,
like I said, I always say I could be wrong and I could be right.
That's why I always say that I could be wrong, I could be right. But that's, I'm using Unique as an example. It was controversy behind it. You see what I'm saying? Some of us thought he could be alive. Some of us thought he was gone. They did the right thing by leaving it to be an element of surprise, and they should have done that with Ghost. Ghost's character is too fundamental and too important for them to be having mother freaking articles and blogs talking about he coming back. We shouldn't even know. We should not know that. So I don't agree with how they handle it, and that's just me.
I know how you feel, Mo, but from a business standpoint,
hell no,
they're happy. Because
they happy because they talking about it.
Well, not just that. A lot of people who think that he could come back now has re-upped with stars. I got some of the numbers. And they've seen a not 10, not 15, 25% uptick in subscribers this year versus last year with all this he might be coming back stuff. Versus you probably would not have seen that, because now people are coming back to watch and thinking, what episode is he going to come back on? And they could pull the carpet. They could pull the carpet and he might not even be in this iteration of the show. It could be that he's in the show, the prequel, where he's going to be introduced with Tommy. But I will give you this, though.
Yeah.
When the whole thing came out with Unique, before Moochie stood 10 toes with me, I was the lone like, I remember we got online the day after it happened. Monique was crying. Who's the other girl that you was crying?
My
and,
man,
the Khaleesi was crying. The Khaleesi of our show was crying. And both of y'all was like, he's gone. How did he survive? And Moochie was kind of on the fence at first. And I was like, Moochie, stand 10 toes down with me. He is not dead. And I do remember Khaleesi giving me a fight. I remember you, Mo, just basically saying, "Mine, that's gonna be a stretch." And I remember fans,
I remember.
Fans got in my
it got nasty. I remember the comments. This was my thing, Lamont.
I had people telling me to give it a rest.
I love
telling me that now.
I love Unique's character so much, and I saw the violence and how he went out. I can't tell you what came first, but I can tell you I was conflicted.
Yeah,
I was very conflicted. There were moments where I was like, he's gone. There were moments where I was like, yo, he could be. I was conflicted. I will tell you that. I wasn't leaning on one side completely, but I remember feeling very conflicted. And then I think as the episodes kept going, I was like, well, shit, my man might really be gone. I was depressed, baby. I was depressed. I was on every fan page, every Power fan page. I was under Joey Badass's comment, be like, baby, I was a fiend. That's my man, but yeah. Anyway,
so Mo, I'll get us off. I'll get us off Power when I tell you what. Even though I stood 10 toes on it right after it happened, because that was, if you remember, that was their mid-season. Like they took like 2-3 weeks off after that happened, if you remember.
Yeah, you're right. They did. Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you what further up the ante for me to believe he was coming back. When his dumb butt gave that interview talking about he was gone, like I already knew for sure then.
I believed it. Am I naive? I believed
yes.
Because
yes.
No, I follow his music. My baby was on tour. Don't try me.
The music is one thing, but how many times, Mo, in the entertainment industry outside of music have we seen these actors that are doing, let's just say they're doing a world tour for a film and they slip up and say stuff they ain't supposed to say. And then you have some that straight lie, and it becomes, the minute you lie, I know it's the opposite. So
I'll be honest,
that's Tom Holland used to give away the movies. That's why they stopped telling him stuff.
I'm gonna be honest.
He was giving away the stuff to the Avenger movies.
Oh, Tom Holland from Spider-Man.
Holland.
He would mess up
Tom
in the
Holland and the guy that played the Hulk. And I love Mark Ruffalo.
Oh, I love him too. Yeah. Oh shoot, I didn't know they were slipping up in interviews.
Oh my God, they be like, I don't want to say they give away the whole thing, Mo, but people who know the lure and know the films as well as me, Moochie, and the crew, the stuff that they reveal, it just basically, we know this. We know what's going on.
Like, with him, the comic book connoisseur, he know everything.
You know everything. You can't get it past him.
He know everything.
Yeah. I got you. This is fun though. I mean, we gonna
I'm gonna stand 10 toes in it. I think he alive. I'm gonna go a step further. This is not my theory. I think Steve and I made everything happen.
Okay.
Look at that.
Even the politician, government guy who had mad connections. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. He made the arrest not happen.
Yeah, I liked his character. Actually, I liked him.
I did too.
He made the arrest not happen. So everybody's sitting here saying that, it's impossible. No, it's not. It was shown. It was shown how. I just hope we get like a walk back to see how everything went down. I feel like I think he switched the gun out with blanks. When he threw that gun, when he threw the pow on the bed at Tariq when he confronted him, and he knew that once he said what he was going to do, he said, "I'm gonna give you an opportunity," but he probably didn't think it was gonna go down the way it was, because remember Tasha was supposed to walk in there. Yeah, and they switched it the last minute.
I mean, I'll be real with you. I think Ghost really did get pow. I just think it was a situation where I always gave a little hope because we never saw him take his last breath. We heard ambulance and police coming. So I always said, you know what? If Ghost come back, it's believable because Tommy left him on the floor. Yes, he was struggling, but we never saw him take his last breath. So who's to say? We heard the ambulance and y'all run it back. When Tommy left, that's why Ghost was like, get out of here, because the police and ambulances were coming. So who's to say that they got inside in time and they were able to revive him, bring him back to life, save him? We see it all the time.
All right. And one more thing. Nobody never identified his body.
Ever. We never saw, thank you, Moochie.
We never saw the body.
Never saw a body. There was no funeral. That was always a dead giveaway to me.
We've seen several morgue scenes in the Power universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there was a scene.
One in Ghost. The one where we saw Kanan's body in there. We saw Sax, right?
They tried to play us though, Moochie, because they did season 1 of Power Book 2 Ghost. There was a scene with Tariq talking at the gravesite.
Yeah, but that's the gravesite. They don't know him. Yeah, you don't know him. We never saw him in a coffin. We saw Angela in a coffin.
We saw everybody.
That's why I
agree.
And here's another thing. Here's another thing they could do. Speaking of, we heard the ambulance. Do y'all remember in that same season, or it could have been the previous season, how Ghost stole the ambulance and rammed into Tommy in the Suburban?
No, it was the opposite way around. Tommy had the ambulance.
So if Tommy was able to steal an ambulance, how the hell we don't know who was in that ambulance that took the body somewhere? They could replay it like that. You know, we see Otten's people. They was dressed up in the ambulance. They took the body, and you know, he could be in Witsec, he could be in London, he could be anywhere. So, folks, all I can say is, if you go to this, the link is in the description. You might see Moochie there, and you can take some selfies with her. Post your comments and let us know if you're going to be there, because Moochie will be there in the attendance. All right, Momo, I got something else for you.
Oh,
I was going to take you down this other rabbit hole, but since you don't know this lure that well, I'm going to take you down a different rabbit hole.
Okay.
And that different rabbit hole is going to be Bad Boys 4.
This picture is cute. What the hell you get that from?
Hey man, you know, I got a little skills. You know, I got a little something, so I know how to do a little thing or two on the internet. You know,
why you trying to age my men? Why are you trying to age them?
I'm aging them because this show is old. You know when the first Bad Boys came out?
1995.
Something like 96, something like that. Yeah, it's real old. And so we're gonna talk about that.
You're on mute.
And we're gonna look at the
see
trailer
the last
too.
Bad Boys?
I did. I seen all of them.
So you know they was talking about how he dyed his beard. So
probably
like, F it, I ain't doing that no more. I'ma just embrace my grays.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to watch the trailer, and then I'm going to pause real quick for another advertiser of the show, which is me, and then we'll break it down, let Monique Nicole lead in her anticipation of Bad Boys 4 that drops next week. Take a look at this. Where is it? My technology didn't upload the daggone video. Oh well.
Can you find it on YouTube real quick?
I'm not even gonna look for it. I'm gonna just let you talk. I'm gonna find it and I'll get it up here in a second. But go ahead and I'll let you know what I'm thinking here. So all the reports from the early reviews are saying that this thing is the best Bad Boys ever. When I tell you it's hard to believe that, I'm having a hard time believing that. But I want to hear from you. What do you think?
Brother, we on the same page, because I told y'all previously, Bad Boys is one of my favorite franchises in film. I don't know what it is. I fell in love with it from the first one, 95. I don't know what it was. I think it was just, first of all, Martin and Will Smith were in their prime. Not just physically, but obviously with their career, everything. So I felt like the jokes were just, I still quote Bad Boys, the first one, to this day. Like, that's just my movie. Now, like, to Lamont's point, that second one, the second Bad Boys, woo, amazing. So this is one of my favorite franchises. So yes, I'm a little biased, y'all. I'm definitely going to see it. I'm actually going to go to try to go to an early screening for it next week. I got invited, so I'm going to definitely check it out. I'm excited. Like Lamont said, I don't know about it being the best one. I don't know. Now, the last one was pretty decent. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I was actually surprised with how good it was.
Really?
Oh, I liked it. The Bad Boys, whatever, the last one that came out in 2020, I enjoyed it.
You were surprised it was going to be good?
Yeah, because you listen, Lamont. Listen, sometimes you don't know, brother. Sometimes these franchises that been around for 20 years, it can be hit or miss. Look at Coming to America.
Oh God.
Okay, look at that tragedy. So I was apprehensive, but Bad Boys for Life gave me hope. You know what else gave me hope? The Tom Cruise joint, Top Gun. That to me, that goes down in history as probably one of the best sequels, remakes, whatever you want to call it, in time, because that was how many years? 20 something, almost 30 years. And the second one, I don't know if y'all saw it in theaters. I saw it twice. It was chef's kiss. So again, I was apprehensive. I love Bad Boys. I just don't know if it's going to be better than the first and second one. That's all I got.
Moochie, before I give it to you, I'll say this and get ready to come off the mute in a second, Moochie. What she just said about sometimes having to worry when they do other films in a franchise and they take so long to get them out is definitely a big concern, because we hadn't had a new Bad Boy. It took them like 12 years to get out that third installment of Bad Boys. And we've seen films over and over again that when it takes that long, they don't do well. But she did give a great reference to Tom Cruise's Top Gun. Top Gun Maverick was amazing. But I'll tell you another one that was good, that was kind of in that franchise, the thing that Ryan Coogler did with Rocky. Those are actually good. Now, they might not be as good as the original, but they live up to the point where you can't say that they are horrible. You know, and so having said that, Moochie, I'm gonna let you go, but I'm gonna give you the trailer. This is the Bad Boys trailer, and then we'll take a quote unquote commercial break, and then we'll be back with Moochie's thoughts.
Check out shoplifegains.com. That is the official online store for Lamont Tyson's and the Life Gains brand. We have several products in here. First and foremost, we have our Life Gains featured collection, where we've got everybody's favorite B to the 6 Power reppin' Jasmine Crockett bleach blonde bad built butch body. You can check that out by clicking into Life Gains featured content. And you can also go to our link that says Being Black in America, where we've got a whole lot of things. We got the Black Justice t-shirt. That's a film that I'm writing that is going to soon be coming out. And we've also got the film that's in festivals right now that I'm a part of. It's called Brand New. And you can rep and help represent the brand by getting that shirt. And last but not least, let us not forget shirts that we came out with last week. The opposite of poverty is not wealth. The opposite of poverty is justice. That shirt is brand new. And we've...
What you got on Bad Boys, Moochie? Bad Boys. I can't lie, Moochie. It looked good. Like, I could see the action. I could see the mixing of the comedy, especially when that van was on fire he was driving. That shit was funny. What you got, Moochie?
He said, y'all some horrible future.
Yeah.
That's what I was laughing at. But now they're going to bring the son in as a character.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
From last season. Yeah.
Are we going to see a jailbreak, Lamont?
Moochie, let me tell you something. You know good and damn well we gonna see a jailbreak.
All right.
Like you, Moochie. Look, how can you not? Even though that was only 49 minutes of something that's gonna be about 2 hours, I can categorically tell you the way they cut that trailer. Martin and Will are on the run. First of all, you got to flesh out who's the mole within the department.
We don't see the girl with him no more that he liked. The other police officer. So I hope she not dirty.
I hope not. That would be devastating.
It probably will be, because that's the only person that could. They had to be close to the previous situation to take out Barnett. I mean, not Barnett. The captain.
Captain. And there were, if you recall the last movie, there were a couple of people in that department that was upset with the captain for standing behind Will and Martin's character. It was about 3 people.
It wasn't her though. So
no, that's what I'm saying. But if they were to make it her, we wouldn't see that. The audience wouldn't see it coming. They wouldn't see it coming. They wouldn't see it coming.
And then
so
when they showed that scene where the person was talking, I don't know if it was her, it was another woman, but
right. Look, all we want to know is, are y'all going to be there first weekend? I can tell you right now, I'm buying tickets for me and Crystal. I don't care if she want to go or not. Her ass is coming. We're going to be sitting up in that movie theater, sipping on Slurpees, eating high dollar popcorn that they buy from the damn dollar store, charge us $50 for. We're going to be right up in there, feet up in our thing, eating all that good stuff.
I love it. Do you go to the theaters that have like the reclining seats and all that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's the only and the alcohol.
And the alcohol.
So we got them too. We got them too. And sometimes they invite me to come to some of this stuff. I didn't get invited to this one per se, but sometimes they do invite us to come. Like a lot of the Marvel stuff, I kind of get invited to, and I bring like a friend that's into comics and we just talk about it for review. But they had to invite me to this. I'm inviting my damn self, and we're going to be right up in there. So post your comments, y'all. Let us know what you think. Moochie, this next subject is I'm gonna let you go first. Just because Monique Nicole doesn't follow the MCU the way we have been following it.
Yeah, not the way y'all do.
For the last couple of years. She's getting into it. And if the audience, if you want to know her expertise, even though she might not know the MCU, she understands barriers to getting a film made. She understands some of the things that go on behind the scenes in camera work. And that's something that we've really got to talk about here. So Moochie, I hate to say this. Somebody keep dropping the damn ball on Blade.
I'm so tired of this. It's like they just don't want to see black people be great.
Now, I ain't gonna go that far.
I am.
I ain't gonna go that far. But if y'all
we
feel
get a black
like that,
superhero, it's always a delay, always a mix-up, always a problem.
If you feel like that and you want to do something about it, be sure to go to shoplifegains.com. Grab some of that black gear and show that you do support us black folks. Link is right there on my tab. But Moochie, we've had delays in the film. We've had rewrites in the film. We've had directors leave. And now, Moochie, we've got another issue going on. Take a listen to this and you get first dibs on this. Man, come on, y'all. Get this together.
Well, this movie can't get a break. We are hearing that Blade is getting another reboot and casting a new villain, meaning all this work going on behind the scenes, well, might be getting thrown out the window once again. Let's take a couple minutes to talk about what's going on with Blade, where this information comes from, and what it can mean for the overall story. It's super hard to believe, but it's been over 4 years since Marvel made their first announcement for the Blade reboot when Mahershala Ali showed up at San Diego Comic-Con. But since then, this production has hit roadblock after roadblock. Now, after going through a number of directors and writers, the project finally seemed to get back on track. And recently, even Production Weekly claimed that shooting was set to commence this fall. But now we're getting reports that the movie has hit another bump in the road. Now, to be fair, this comes from Daniel Rickman and not Marvel Studios, so obviously we want to take it with a grain of salt, but given the history of this production, this is one of those rumors I definitely believe. Now, according to Rickman, a new writer is currently being sought to give the script another major overhaul, although he does say that Marvel has finally nailed down the overall story, which does seem to back up some of those earlier reports that cameras are expected to roll later this year in Mexico or Brazil. Now, one of the other interesting factors was a casting call to go out for a male main villain, but the name of that character has not been revealed. Now, we've been hearing for a while that Lilith could be the villain, but if they're looking for a new main villain and that character is male, I highly suspect they might be reconfiguring this and Blade will face off with Dracula, who is a much bigger part of the Marvel Comics universe than many mainstream people realize. This also lends...
I thought he took out Dracula in the last one.
In the last comics? Or in the last movie?
The last movie, that atrocity that they messed up, that they made them look like the Scooby crew.
Yeah, so that don't even count that. Just Moochie,
I'm so mad at that, the Mystery Machine and all that other stuff.
Just throw that one out the window, Moochie. That one don't count, okay? Now, this is where we're at, people. Mahershala Ali, at the time that they cast him, when they announced this in 2019, his ass was 45. Now he's 50, and we still delaying the movie because they got to get a new rewrite, Moochie. Another rewrite is what they're having to do. And I'm gonna tell you, Moochie, what I think could be jamming them up. Now that they've got the overall art together, they're saying that's what he said. They've got the overall story arc, but they're going for more rewrites. I think one issue that's messing them up, Moochie, is that the MCU is trying to tie the Blade movie into the overall continuity, and it's been a struggle to figure out how to do that since what happened in 2019. Because you remember they had Bob Chapek was running Disney and running Marvel, and now he's fired, and they brought Iger back. So Iger's saying we're not going to be doing quantity, we're going to be doing quality. So maybe some of that has impacted the way they're setting this movie up. But the question here, Moochie, is do you see all these rewrites as a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a bad thing. Well, we haven't seen the script, so I'll start with that. We haven't seen the script. So it's not like I know. But to me, the longer y'all wait, this dude gonna be in his 60s by the time they get started.
Yeah,
what now you're gonna need a younger Blade. To me, I think you need a younger one now.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I love Mahershala Ali, but he might be too old to play this part now.
He might be too old.
Come on, he's supposed to be half vampire. You got him aging too much.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that one.
Here's the thing about
they might need to go back and get a younger Blade.
And you know what, Moochie? Because we've got the multiverse going on, and Blade and his saga is a part of the mystical magic realm, like Doctor Strange and all. They're in that mystical realm with Ghost Rider, Wanda Maximoff. They're in that dark magic realm. What they could do is introduce Mahershala as our universe's Blade, let him get kicked the bucket, and introduce a younger one from another universe and let him become the new Blade. But then it'd be like, okay, why even bring Mahershala in if we're only going to do one movie with him? But that's just something that they could do, because you're right. He's dealing with that problem of aging, and aging pretty quick because we keep taking forever to get this thing going.
And he said,
go ahead, Moochie.
I just, if they do that, the way they're prolonging it, it's making it worse. So if they're gonna switch out the character, they need to switch out the character.
Yeah.
I mean, that's all I could go with this, because now he's getting too old to play the part. You think he's gonna be wanting to jump around and do all of this? It don't make no sense if you're gonna have a stunt man doing most of his stunts.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right.
You know, I'm just saying it's gonna look crazy. People gonna be looking to catch stuff and say, "See, this is when they switched." All of this.
I feel like this, Mo, and I'll give it to you. To Moochie's point, when she opened up about every time we get a good black character, something happens. You know, Mo, I think that Kevin Feige, who now has control of Marvel again, now that Chapek is out, I think he realizes that. And that might be a reason why they keep doing the rewrites, because they want this story to be kind of the same impact that Black Panther had when we first popped on the scene with him in the movie. Plus, he knows that Blade has a legacy and for Black people that love comics and others. And so could it be that Kevin Feige is just trying to make sure that we get the best possible story to continue the legacy of having great stories with great Black actors?
That sounds nice. I definitely think.
Golly,
I'd be so pessimistic sometimes. I gotta work on that. No, it sounds nice. I think that's. I mean, you said it beautifully. Like, it sounds great. Is that the reality? I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really versed in this, so I'm gonna keep my comments at a minimum. I agree with Moochie and Lamont. Pretty much everything they said. I share the same concerns as my panel. Like, and then for me, when projects and things start to get too complicated, too messy, I kind of just pull back. I stopped caring. It doesn't mean I'm not gonna watch it. I just don't care anymore. So I'm just gonna like pull back and just kind of wait and see. But it is becoming very complicated. I don't know what they're gonna do. Is this about to be a whole new franchise? Is this a one and done? Is like I gotta do more research because I would love to support this. Because I was a fan of the original Blade franchise with Wesley Snipes. I would love to support this Black brother. I like his work. I would like to support Marvel, but Lamont and Moochie, I don't really have high hopes. So I'm just kind of like, y'all just text me when the shit hit, when the shit premieres, text me. That's why I'm at.
No, she didn't. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we're being 100,
yeah,
historically,
you think they prolonging it like that for a reason because they're gonna switch out Blade again with a younger character?
I think they're I trust Kevin Feige now that Iger is running Disney. I trust Kevin Feige, and I really think in my heart the approach when they first launched it was going to be a whole lot of quantity over quality, and now that Kevin Feige has control of how the story and the overall arc is going to go, I trust, Monique, that Kevin Feige is doing this to make sure that the impact of another huge Black character is as good as what it was for Black Panther. That's what I believe Kevin Feige is doing.
Okay.
And when these scripts don't hit or the overall art don't hit the way he wanted to hit, he's saying, nah, hell no, F that. We're not about to blow this. We're gonna make it good. Now, if Chapek was still running Disney, I would say we've got a problem with all this rewriting, directors leaving, people within the film not happy with the way it's going. And historically, when you have this much drama with a film, that's usually not good. But because I trust Kevin Feige and I trust what he did with Black Panther, the first one. Remember, the first one was under Feige. The second one was Chapek. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm saying. I think we can.
If you put it that way, then I could have, like Sharoni said, think positive for it.
Yeah, I'm responding to her now.
Yeah, so we'll see. Post your comments, y'all. Let us know what you think.
This is gonna be interesting.
You know what else I was thinking about with this? Remember, they had the problem, even though it's a different friend. Well, it's Marvel. When they did the whole Iron Man situation with
Terrence Howard,
and Don Cheadle. So it seems like they always have problems with the Black man.
Yeah, it seems to be a little.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
Look, I don't want to throw it out there, but
personally, is it? Go ahead, Lamont. Go ahead.
Personally, God, how do you say this without being disrespectful? Because Don Cheadle is a fantastic actor.
Oh, he did a great job. Yeah, love him.
Personally, I would have liked to have kept Terrence Howard for that role. For that role, okay? So I look at it like this. I might like vanilla ice cream on Saturday, but on Sunday, I love me a good scoop of chocolate. Make that a double scoop. That whole thing was a mess, and a lot of people feel like Terrence Howard's gripe was that he helped out Robert Downey Jr., and Robert Downey Jr. didn't extend a hand to help him out. That was his gripe. That was his gripe. And a lot of I hear people who are like movie reviewers or critics say it's not Robert Downey Jr. responsibility to help Terrence Howard. And I'm
saying that when he was getting the help.
It's never.
Exactly.
He wasn't saying that when he was getting his second chance. He wasn't saying that when they was writing him off for all his discretions in the early 90s. They wasn't saying that. Look, I'm not even gonna say what he did, but we know the history. But it is what it is. Everything is different when it's the other side of the coin.
Always, but this is the thing about life and integrity. and how you move in this world. It's never anybody's job or responsibility to fight for someone else or to lend a helping hand. It's never your responsibility, but you do it out of the kindness of your heart. You do it because you have integrity. And I'm not saying you have to. I'm just saying no one has to. You do it because you want to. You do it because you respect the person. You do it because you have a good rapport with the person. You do it for countless of reasons. So, yeah, I have a problem with what he said, but that's old news, so I'll let it go.
And I think it even hurts worse when you've helped somebody in a position and
yeah,
you don't get it back.
You don't get it back, or they screw you over.
Yeah. So, but anyway, y'all let us know what you think. We're going to move on to the last issue. And Monique Nicole, I hope that your anxiety is low because this is politics that we're about to talk about.
God, where's my vodka? Is it too early? Shot, please.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
5 o'clock somewhere, baby.
And
that
you
bottle
know what?
don't say drink between the hours of blah 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 and blah blah blah.
And you know what? You could change the clock in your house to whatever you want it to be.
Just because you have one drink don't make you an alcoholic.
Oh, never that. I do everything in moderation.
And guess what? If whatever you do in the comforts of your home, nobody knows but you. Simple as that. Oh, yeah, we got to talk about politics because this election is, all elections are important, but this one is pretty important. And so we're going to talk about this man right here is on trial in New York, ladies and gentlemen. Someone who has, for some, been a knight in shining armor, but for most, been putting America as the buffoons that some people think we are worldwide. He is on trial for hush money that was campaign money he used to pay off Stormy Daniels. And in the midst of all that, with like 34 indictments for this one case. Now, mind you, he's got 3 other cases, okay? He's got 3 other cases, but he's got 34 something things going on with this. This is what he's been up to, and this is where we're at in the case. Monique Nicole, I'll let you get first dibs after this right here.
Here as well as rapper Chef G. Does everybody know Chef? Where is Chef G? Where is he?
One thing I want to say, they always gonna whisper your accomplishments and shout your failures. Trump gonna shout the wins for all of us. Make America great again.
Appreciate you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you very much. That's where I like those teeth. I want to find out where you did. I got to get my teeth like that. I want that to happen.
What's next for Donald Trump? The jury is out for deliberations after a 5-week trial that had all the makings of a melodrama. There was a porn star, a hush money payment, there was a cover-up and political conspiracy. And yet it all boils down to one question. Did Donald Trump falsify business records? The 12 jurors have to reach a unanimous decision to find Trump guilty or not guilty on 34 felony counts for the $130,000 hush money payment to porn star Stormy Daniels just before the 2016 election. If they can't agree, it'll be a hung jury. Trump has pleaded not guilty to all counts, with his legal team saying he had no idea about the payment, claiming he is totally innocent. The prosecution, on the other hand, says Trump directed his personal fixer, Michael Cohen, to make the payment to kill the story about his affair. Cohen testified and had some choice words for the president. Deliberations began today and could last hours, days, or even weeks.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, shoplifegains.com. If you want to support one of the strongest Democrats in the country, my girl Jasmine Crockett, and get your hands on the B to the 6 power, bleach blonde, bad built, butch body.
Sorry.
Among other great shirts in there, Black Lives Matter. The revolution will be televised with her in the front, my man watching the things in the back, and our people in Alabama staring down from that rooftop. Having said that, Monique Nicole, this man went to the Bronx, had a damn rally. We're waiting for the jury to deliberate. And this is how I feel, Monique Nicole. I feel he will be convicted. But guess what? He ain't going to do not one bit of jail time. Okay? Not one bit. Because this will be his first offense, which is kind of like hard to believe. Like after a life of all the dirt bag stuff he's done, he's been able to skate away with it just like Sean Diddy Combs had. Maybe it's a New York thing. I don't know. But they are saying that there could be a chance he could do some time because the judge put a gag order on him 4 times that he violated and didn't do nothing. So there's a chance he could be home confinement or maybe serve 6 months in prison. Either way, having said that, either way, Monique Nicole, do you believe that this jury is going to find him guilty on at least one of these 35 charges? Uh-oh.
F all that. I'm stuck on the Bronx thing with them 2 goddamn rappers.
Okay, well, talk about that. Talk about that. Go ahead.
Like, forget them white people in that jury. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do. They're gonna do what they're gonna do, and I'm not holding my breath for shit. Them Negroes should get their ass. Now, y'all know I don't promote violence.
Yeah, don't promote it.
However, somebody need to get Pookie and them on the phone and roll up. That's all I'm saying. Because what the black people.
I'm sorry.
People.
Oh my Lord.
Why the hell am I? You know what, Lamont? I should not be surprised because was it last year or was it 2022? I had the privilege of attending. This is when Chris Cuomo first launched his new show on whatchamacallit, Lord, I forget the network. Whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That new network he's on. News Nation.
News Nation. Thank you, baby. News Nation. I was invited to, basically it was like a town hall situation. So you know when you're watching the stuff and you got the people, it's a town hall thing. They ask the audience questions and we do all that. So I had that privilege. And in the room, obviously they wanted diversity. So you had everything. You had Black, white, Hispanic, men, women, young, old, everybody. And I don't know what happened. Maybe I was naive. But that night, when I saw how many Black men in the room were supporting Trump, I was shocked and disgusted. And I just feel like, okay, everybody, when it comes to him, everybody votes for him and likes him for different reasons, right? You got the category of people who are the Make America Great Again. What do we call them? The white
MAGA.
MAGA.
Yeah.
You got them. That's one category. Then you got a category of people who just selfishly and ignorantly feel like they were financially more stable during his term and they're strictly voting him for money and finances and stuff like. You got different categories of Trump supporters.
Right.
I don't know. Y'all gotta tell me, the Black men, Lamont, maybe you could speak to this. Are the Black men that support Trump, is it mainly for financial reasons? Is it because of his personality? You know, some people feel like he's a straight shooter, whether you like him or not. He's gonna tell you the truth. He's not gonna, dick you around. He's not gonna like BS. I don't know, because I'm trying to figure out what makes Black men attracted to someone like a Trump, who historically has given 2 Fs about Black America. Help me.
The best thing I can tell you is this. I can give you data, stats, and inferences. Okay. When I do these political videos, I want people to know I'm not just some Johnny come lately who hasn't served in government or who isn't. I sit on a committee in my town right now as a Democrat who gets along with Republicans who are open-minded.
Mm-hmm.
Republicans who see the shitstorm that Donald Trump is and don't need to see it again. So you call them what you want. There are a couple of things going on with black men, and I definitely got to give it to Moochie because Bronx is we right in her backyard.
The
one thing that peeled away black men in the last election was they didn't want to vote for a white woman. That's one thing that peeled away black men. That was one, but that's one minor issue.
Right.
Then you had black men who were in love with the lure that Trump was really rich, and he's not that rich. Like when he took office, he wasn't as rich as he is now. He was one of these people that fucking faked it till you make it, and people fell for that con job shit. You know, people think that because his name is on a building, he owns the building. No, he doesn't always own the building. A lot of times he's leasing his name out, which I guess is still a good thing. But don't be thinking that because his name is on the building, he owns the damn building. So you had men who was duped into the lure that a businessman in office is going to help do a better job for the government. The problem, folks, is the government is not set up to run the same way a business is set up to run. It's two different things. And the other thing I think some people fall into, I hate to say this, because it shouldn't be this way, but religion, Monique Nicole. I hate to bring that into it, but some men view, this hard look at the Bible as men are the head of the household, and if we put a woman as head of the United States, then that equates to the woman being head of the household. And I want to go with the person that is supporting men being the head of the household.
Come on, pause. Forget 2016, even Biden versus Trump.
Yeah. It still went up. It still went up. But I mean, you could associate that to Biden is saying women should be whatever they want to be. If a woman, if you in your individual household, the woman is better at leading things, which whether men admit it or not, the woman usually takes the lead a lot, most of the time, whether we admit it or not. And you had those men who didn't like that. And then you've got the other issue of the border, which bothers me bad.
Oh, yes, God.
And I guess I shouldn't get historic with the border, because how white America got here in the first place, I have to separate. We're not in that same place today. But having said that, we need to have better things in order so that people can become citizens more efficiently, more quickly, and in a better manner than we leaving their asses at the border, and then we show news of people climbing across fences, and then it used to be cool to blame all the crime in America on black people, which they still do. But now we love to blame incoming crime on people climbing over these fences and shit like that. Okay, so you had all that, and I basically said all that to say insecure men like to vote for Trump. I can't get no better than that.
Thank you. I want to come to the and whoop they ass. Them two head rappers. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, Moochie. It was in your backyard.
Don the Con is a grifter. He's a grifter. This is all. These people have been paying for his legal fees. You give, and he think if you give, and I'm gonna say it. If you give a nigga sneakers and money, they vote for him.
Yeah,
sneakers, money, and chicken. What? That's the most offensive thing that I've ever seen. Them ugly gold sneakers. Ugly gold sneakers. And then you got you scrape the bottom of the barrel with these drill rappers that's basically sending young men to prison. So that's a pipeline straight to prison if they're listening to that music. Okay?
Right.
So I wrote that down. I was writing while y'all was talking.
Let's go. Let's go, Moochie. Let's go. Let's go.
Drill rappers. This is all a con, y'all. The polls are tied now. They're tied right now. And it's a possibility because they never dealt with this before. He might still go to jail and still be on the ballot.
Right.
And it's
right.
it's people that's crazy enough to vote for him still.
Right.
They don't even know what to do with him if he does go to prison, because he has to have Secret Service. So is the Secret Service people gonna be in there with him?
Right.
Nobody's thinking about all of this. And
Moochie, it's because they don't care.
He was in court with sunglasses on. I didn't know that was possible. So now they making this all into like a play. Usually,
right.
they even instructed Ike Turner and Tina Turner movie to take his doggone sunglasses off when he was in court. So this is just it's just BS. It's just BS. You know, he already fallen asleep in court. They had to wake him up in court to tell him, look, they're about to deliberate. We you know, he's falling asleep in court, falling asleep, farting, making number 2 on himself.
What?
Yep.
What? And this is who they want to be in charge. They're the laughing stocks. I always wonder. It was a clip years ago that they had of him, and I said it, but I didn't know I was actually saying the truth. They was laughing. It was a group of other leads of other countries, and it was like talking about Trump and laugh and like it looks like they're laughing, talking about him laughing. I said, Dad, they treating him like he the stink kid in class.
Yeah. He wears a Depends. He wears a Depends whether people know it or not. And here's the thing, y'all. When outside of America, they really don't like us that great, because when they think of us, they think of dirty old rednecks. And Trump is the embodiment of that.
And like, that's his whole crew that's voting for it. That's his whole minions. They saying they will actually DIE for him.
Yeah. Like, have we not forgot about January the 6th?
No, have we not forgot about the exonerated 5 that he wanted to have executed? And they were forgetting about all of this, and you're gonna bring up 2 drill rappers that he don't think they even know anything about politics.
Oh, I got dizzy. Hold on.
About how many people actually showed up there. They was taking old footage from when another politician was in New York, in the Bronx, and acting like he filled out the place. They showed people walking away. So what? I mean, come on. If y'all believe in this, I don't understand this.
I'm telling y'all, as somebody who has family in a different country, some of y'all know I have half my family lives in the UK. When I tell y'all the conversations they have about America, since this mother trucker has been in office, they look at us like some crazy buffoonery. Like they think America is wild. Like when we have pow school shoot, can I say that? Pow-pows?
Yeah, pow-pows.
At the schools
and stuff. They are like, their minds are like boggled because they do not understand how we move here in America and let certain shit go. Like that could them school pow-pows and mass pow-pows that happen here every other week, that could never happen in the UK. There's just so many, and I'm not saying it's perfect over there. Every country has their flaws, trust me.
Yeah.
Ever since Orange Face, he has America's always been an effed up place, but he brought us, because the country we were on such a high. We have to give credit to Obama. He gave people hope. He gave I'm not saying the man was perfect. I'm not saying
no.
Everything he did, but we as a nation were so like unified and like positive and optimistic and hopeful. And when Trump came in, I just feel like it became a dark cloud. And ever since then, we've just taken 20 steps backwards. And I just want y'all to know, to other countries, America is a shit show.
Well, it's of course it's gonna be a ish show because look who's running. Look who they want to put back in office, and they still have the audacity to call this man the president. Since Obama's been out, they never addressed him as the president properly. On plenty of occasions, they used to just call him Obama. They didn't address him as president. It was so much disrespect with that, and since when Trump got in office, it was nothing but division after that. He divided this whole country, and he brought the racists out of the woodworks. So now we know who they are. So now we know how to deal with them. So that's the only thing I could see. That's the only thing I could see with that. I mean, other than that, he's a con artist.
Well, all that stuff is true. And a parallel to what Monique said, the biggest difference between the Trump administration and the Obama administration is exactly what Mo said. Obama inspired hope and change. Trump inspires fear, division, angst, and craziness. And we've seen on display how white privilege takes an effect, because when I'm never going to get over January 6th.
Never.
Him inciting these people storming the Capitol. It was over 4,000 people that stormed the Capitol. Why the hell is only 900 of them in jail?
Thank you.
I'm going to always have a problem with that.
Always.
Why the hell ain't Trump in jail yet when he incited all that and was somewhere partying, and we got that on camera?
And setting up so it don't mess up again with that Project 2025 that I'll talk to y'all about.
Yeah,
they said if it goes down again, he could put whoever he want in office. They don't have to be qualified, even though he did that already before. It's just like he can boot somebody. Remember how he was firing people every other week when he was in office? So if we gonna go through all of that all over again?
Oh God. When I tell y'all, I'm be real with y'all. Yes, I'm in therapy. Thank God for therapy. But I'm telling y'all, if he becomes the president again, I'm gonna have to take a minute. I'm gonna have to take a break. Like, y'all check on my mental health. And then y'all have to understand too, I'm in Georgia.
Yeah. So
and when all this happened, listen, y'all, I'll make it quick. I've been around white people my entire life. You're talking to someone who was at one point the only Black girl in her class. Okay. So I know how to navigate that world very well. Right. I've been in jobs where I'm the only Black person. I know how to navigate that world. When he went in office, that was the first time I had ever experienced white people being bold with their shit ever. I was like, oh, this is what we're doing now. So me being in Georgia, yeah, I'm y'all gonna have to check on my mental if he gets back in there, because when I tell you, I don't know how it is up in New York, I don't know how it is in where you at, Lamont, but yeah.
It's rough here. I mean, my state, the last time my state voted for a Democratic president in North Carolina was the first time Obama got in.
Yeah.
The first time. That your state is actually becoming more purple than mine.
Yeah. More blue, yeah.
More blue, yeah, but purple because y'all still really, really red. Y'all mixing.
Oh,
y'all kind of you're mixing and trying to color up a little more, little bit.
Check the private, Lamont.
Oh, okay. Let's see here.
I gotta go back and watch.
Just put it in the link because somebody was mentioning that.
I gotta dig it up. Dig it up. Let me see here. Who said it? RC. He was there because he's been following me forever.
I didn't know y'all then. I gotta see it.
Yeah, basically my man RC, he caught me and Larry and Taylor. Like we went live the day January 6th happened. And boy, when I tell you we was on fire, we was lighting folks up, we was on fire. But having said that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to get you guys out of here. And I want to say these 2 points, and then we'll go. The most important reason to me why I'm voting Democrat for president even though I don't care for him that much.
That's how I feel.
The one thing that is destroying this country, excuse me, that Trump done when he was in office is that fucking Supreme Court.
Oof.
And just this week, we had Justice Sotomayor come out and write something saying that she goes to her office crying every day, knowing that they are powerless to stop what's coming. Powerless to stop what's coming. So if you don't believe in anything else, vote blue so that we can, if there's a possibility, we can balance out that Supreme Court. You have got to do that. You've got, because they done took women's rights away.
Yeah.
And I remember people were saying they would never do that. The three people Trump put in that Supreme Court got up there before that committee and basically lied and said that that's not something they would do because it was already law. And what the hell they get in there and do?
They do. Yeah.
They fucked it up.
It's disgusting.
And then we've got all these voting district issues coming. We've got something with Medicare. I mean, folks, if you don't want to vote for Biden, I get it. But if you want to vote for democracy and to try to save this republic so that we don't go so far right that it's nothing but the rich versus the fucking everybody else.
Everybody else, yeah.
You've got to vote blue just for the Supreme Court. And if you want to know what Biden has done since he's been in office, not just for America, but to shore up white folks, let me give you a list that you can take to your friends. First and foremost, as I'm talking about it, judicial appointments and voting. President Biden nominated 25 black judges to the federal, including the first black woman to the Supreme Court, Ketanji Brown. Keep that in mind. Economic investments. His administration has made historic investments in black entrepreneurship and ownership. For instance, through the state small business credit initiative, $10 billion was invested to expand the capital, including significant allocations to underserved businesses. And I know, let me pull this down real quick, because some people are saying, well, how does that help me? I'm not in business. Put yourself in position to be business. If you are a YouTuber, you're in business. You can get some money. If you have a Shopify store, you're in business. You can get some money. Go talk to your local SBA officer and see what you can get, y'all. Come on now, let me help you out. Then what else did he do? Education at HBCUs. If y'all recall, Trump was about to shut down some HBCUs. What did Biden do? Biden has approved significant debt cancellation because Trump was not going to give them folks money. He was going to let their ass shut down, and increase funding for education, particularly benefiting historically black colleges and universities with over $7 billion allocated in funds. Okay, people, this is shit you take back and you tell your people you've seen on this channel. Because I'm giving you the education. I'm citing you the sources. You can see all this stuff yourself. This is not stuff I'm just pulling out the woodwork here.
Right.
And the last 2 points that Biden did to help us out: healthcare and maternal access. The administration has approved healthcare access for black families, notably through the Affordable Care Act, and has invested in a maternal health addressing disparities that disproportionately affect black women. I got to stop and say something about that too. If you did not know, oftentimes black women go to the hospital and complain about pain and don't get no help. This happens all the time. And when they are pregnant, giving birth, the rate in which they die or the child dies is the highest among any other group in America.
The rate with C-sections too are high.
Right.
And they seem like they intentionally do that. But, that's just me talking.
No, that's
right.
Hey, that's not just you talking.
So that's more facts Biden has done for black people. Housing and community support. The Biden administration has initiated several programs to combat housing discrimination and support home ownership among blacks. This includes the first ever national infrastructure to prevent evictions and new rules to further fair housing practices. If you don't know what fair housing practices is, it's the complete opposite of what Donald Trump and his dad did to black people in New York. Simple as that. Simple as that. Having said all those things, you want to support Black and democracy, go to shoplifegains.com. Get that Jasmine Crockett B to the 6 power shirt, or you can go get one of these Black Lives Matter shirts, or you can go get this one right here that says the revolution will be televised with Jasmine Crockett on the cover. We're going to get out of here, but let me see what the girls got going on their channels. First, Mo, what do you got going on your channel over the next couple of days?
Well, I just got back from vacation. Your girl is very jet lagged. I don't know. Tonight, I think I might be doing reality TV talk with Nita. I got to check with her. So y'all tune in for that. As far as the rest of the week, y'all, I'm honestly going to reset. Catch me next week, okay? And support me. I'm almost at 1,000. Lamont, I need your help.
Let's get there, y'all. Let's get this sister there. Let's get this sister.
Let me get across the finish line. Okay.
Yeah, please. let's get across that finish line. And Moochie, what you got going on your channel?
If you haven't checked out last night, we did some top moments in Mayor Kingstown. We're gonna be talking about the last episode of it because the new season is about to start, and I will be reviewing that also. Interview with a Vampire and The Shy. It's a lot of stuff coming, y'all. Keep y'all notifications on, and that's about it for now.
Okay, sound like a plan to me. So I'm going to read my super chatters, one of the most important parts of my show, taking the comments from the super chatters, and they're all from my good fella, DeMarcus Vaughn, who hit me with $7. Let's take a look at the first thing he said. Who is more anticipated as a character, Breeze, Mahoney, or the return of Ghost St. Patrick? I'll take the first crack at this. For me, it's easy. That's Ghost. What say you, Monique?
Ghost, 100%.
Okay. What you got, Moochie?
I'm gonna say it in order. I'll say Ghost, Breeze, and then Mahoney. Yep. I don't even know who Mahoney is, but yeah, Mahoney's last.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. And DeMarcus hit us with this, and I could see this, Moochie.
Oh, I see.
Did y'all see Damson Idris as Young Blade?
Ooh, my man.
100%. Bro,
if they gonna do, I thought they was gonna do that with him. Remember, we was talking about him being the next Black Panther. It was him, the guy that was from Insecure, and John David, Denzel's son, John David Washington.
Damson.
Right. I like John David Washington too, to be Black Panther, and I would love Damson to be Blade. That would be perfect. That would be perfect. Yeah, perfect casting. All right, y'all, we out of here. Maybe I'll drop something for y'all on Saturday. Maybe I won't. If I don't, I'll see y'all here with this crew on Monday. Till that next Sex is Hell video, we up and out of this.